Meanwhile, there's a reason Fox News Channel has been America's #1 choice for news for many years and the most watched channel on all of cable right now.
But what goes into one of the most fair and balanced shows in prime time? Brian?
Last night, I had this time to go behind the scenes with Special Report on their special edition of their coverage of Day 2 of the RNC. And here's what it's like if you had a chance to work on that set with Bret Baier and company. Watch. There's no show with a better reputation for inside politics, around the world, around the country, than Special Report. Here at the Republican Convention, that's the place to be. That's the show to be on. Let's go behind the scenes. And if you want to know what's happening on a Special Report, well, #1, you got to go onto the set. Here's where the panel will sit. Of course, you got the prompters. It is Bret Baier himself. Bret Baier, great to see you.
I didn't think you stayed up this late.
I'm allowed to tonight. What's the special challenge tonight?
The challenge tonight is to know what is exactly happening on the floor with the delegates, because we could have a little bit of a dust-up again.
Brit Hume on the panel.
Yeah.
Your mentor, the man who started Special Report.
It's amazing. To have him here with all of those years of experience is we're lucky.
A great crew behind the scenes, superstars around you. You're the man who founded Special Report, another convention under your belt, a nominee officially rung in. What was it like?
Well, it's fun to be there, and it's particularly fun to see what a job Bret Baier has done in taking over from me and taking that show to heights that I never imagined. And
we're working all the convention stories here in Cleveland, but we begin down on the floor.
One of the big challenges of doing a show like Special Report is that they don't care in the arena what kind of TV show you're running. You don't know if the band's going to be going on. You don't know if there's going to be cheering. You don't know if there's going to be any booing. But you know one thing, the show must go on.
Congratulations, Dad. We love you.
If you want to go behind the scenes on any talk show, any news show, you got to go to the green room. And we got to see who's in here. There's Greta, Lou Dobbs. There's the great Steve Hayes. Not the normal accommodations. What's it like?
It's a little chaotic in this green room today.
But you're watching what's happening on stage. Yeah. You're seeing what's happening on the show. And you got to do instant analysis about what takes place.
Right. Like right as it happens. Yeah.
Let's wrap them. Panel next.
As much as it might look like a one-man show, Bret Baier will be the first to tell you it's far from it. This is the nerve center. It's people helping him out, talking to him during the show, whether it's a live event or a typical Monday through Friday show. All right, here we go, Bret. The show is done. I'm not quite sure. I mean, was that very atypical? Yeah. I think you went way over an hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's like rolling. It's your people in your ear. Here comes the next state. You want to take this one, maybe not this one.
Right.
And so it's a lot different than the average Special Report.
A little chaotic at times.
It was, but you know what? It went a lot smoother than we thought. By the way, this is my son.
Wait a second.
Who's doing FaceTime. All right, let me show you this. Okay, hold on. How are you? I'm on TV right now. How are you? Can I call you right back, buddy? All right, I love you.
Bret Baier, doing it all night. Special Report, goes unscripted, and this guy is ready for anything. All right, everything, the green room food on me.
I'm ready. Okay.
That's awesome,
That
Brian.
was great, Brian.
Bret Baier, journalist, an anchorman, and
a dad.
Yeah, and he says his sons will call him after every show. And he says it's kind of quickly, they watch, they give judgment. And by the way, I can almost guarantee those kids are going to get an A in social studies. And
there goes the 629.
Right. I think.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cleveland.
Fantastic. Hey, I think that's Karl Rove's wake-up bell, so he'll be on shortly.
Well,
but
Brian,
special thanks to all those guys. One thing I didn't do was get clearance to go into the control room. They weren't as happy to see me as you would think.
I noticed you were
But I just walked
whispering.
in. Doug Rohrbach said, "What are you doing here? I've never met you."
Really?
So, yeah, but it was fun. But it was a little unnerving to see me walking with a cat.
Donald Trump's kids have said every time they try to call him that he picks up the phone, even if he's in a meeting. And I love that Bret Baier answered the phone, even though he was on TV.
Face to face.
Isn't that great?
And special thanks to Bret for doing that.